We know you're all facing some tough decisions out there, such as, do I start looting now, when the cops might still get me? Do I wait for the crowds to start looting, or do I wait until after, when there might not be anything left? While you're working it out, stay and watch The Last Talk Show on Earth, starring John Ordover!
Welcome, everybody, to our uncensored, unsophisticated, and unprepared talk show. The people who really know how to do talk shows are off the air, so we're taking the burden on ourselves. Gotta say, it's rough all over the country. I just got back from Kansas. Yeah, this town was so small, I had to get my fishing license at the Marriage Bureau. Yeah. If I picked up a girl under 50 inches, I had to throw her back. Anyway, my first guest, because he was the big winner on the latest season of this country's most popular reality show, Kill It and Eat It, which is, as you know, set in the Pacific Northwest. And first you have to take your gun, go out, shoot your food, bring it back, then cook it up, and our panel of gourmet judges will tell you who's the winner. Now, we're talking, of course, about Ra Weir, who is our guest today, who is particularly spectacular because he wound up having to wrestle the bear down with his bare hands. And, that's just such an amazing story. I'm going to let Ra tell it. Ra Weir!
Hey, hello. Hey.
Pull over a chair.
Hey, how you doing? Hey.
So as we saw on the tape, you dropped the gun. The bear was still coming.
Yep.
And tell us what was going through your mind when you found you had to just close on the bear, mano a barro.
Okay, well, I mean, to be completely honest with you, the only thing going through my mind was, oh shit, I just shit my pants. Oh my God, it was so. But you know what? I knew I had to take care of the bear. I had to beat this bear. I had to beat the bear, and I had an idea for this nice, lovely dish. So when I'm wrestling with that bear, I try to tenderize him as I was wrestling with him, and just kind of work the ribs and get the legs, get nice and tender. But and then the bear, oh God, the bear, it flipped me over and then it ripped all the. No, God, I'm losing it.
No, let's give some Raw a moment. Yes. But it's interesting that he should mention ribs because it was his bear rib dish that really nailed the competition for him.
Yes.
Because the judges just loved the bear ribs with honey and salmon that you wouldn't even think of unless you were a genius like Rock. Let's just move over to the cooking portion of the show. Maybe a little less upsetting.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, so yes. So when I finally took the ribs, and then what I did was I marinated the bear in this nice honey reduction using some of the spring water that I found him near, and as well as with some of the berries that kind of came out of him as he emptied his bowels when I killed it. But anyway, and after the nice marinade, put them in the oven about 450. Get a nice cooked, nice thoroughly cooked with a great glaze, and then the salmon. The salmon. Oh God, the salmon. Oh God, the salmon. Oh God, the salmon, man.
Yeah, he wound up having to kill the salmon with his bare hands too. So, I think we got to cut Raw a little slack here, but he is the big winner. He did win. He did win the Porsche and the what was it? A 2-week hunting trip in Borneo or something. like that?
Like the Alaska wilderness. Yes, I got to spend the Great North with some of the Inuit tribes up there, and it was great fun spending time with the people, and as they go out and hunting.
Yes. Yes, they did give him a name that in Inuit means idiot who fought bear with bare hands.
And shit his pants.
And shit his pants. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I'm not up on the Inuit dialogue for crapping yourself. Anyway, I want to thank Rob for being here. Time for a commercial break. We'll be right back after this. Could we get someone on set to help Raw? Hey, our next guest is the star of HBO's new thriller miniseries, Midway to Death. You also know her as the voice of Sammy Salamander on the Sammy Salamander Show. Big hand for Kara Zoe.
Hello. Hi, John. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I'm sorry we only have the one microphone, but I do get to get closer to you.
Yes. So
Tell us what it was like on the set of Midway to Death.
Well, it was really quite interesting. See, because death is just such a large concept and such a big thing that's nearly never talked about. And, it's like the production was like, so death is here and life is here. And the production was like in the middle, like the midway between those two stages of life and death.
So, on a real talk show or regular talk show, we'd have a clip to show at this point. But could you tell us what your favorite scene in the production was?
The production, well, it's hard to say. There's so many good scenes. I'm so in love with this project. But I would probably say where I'm midway to dying is quite a good scene. There is this blissful point where I'm actually midway to dying. Not as acting. I'm not acting doing it. Me, myself, as this person. Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of our viewers will have sympathy for the concept of being midway to dying. But we only have a couple of seconds, and I know you get this all the time. But could I ask you to do just a couple of bits as Sally Salamander for our younger viewers?
The thing about Sally Salamander is she's her own character and her own person. And I just think that this person I am sitting in front of you now and the animated salamander that you see on BBC, I just think they should be two separate entities. I think that's out of respect for her.
Well, then I'm going to do it. Hi, this is Sally Salamander.
Okay, no, John. Again, deeply offended. So... the salamander voice. She's a female. Sally's a woman.
Yes.
It's something quite like this. Hello, I'm Sally Salamander, and I love you. Thank you, thank you to all my fans. I hope you have a wonderful day, and just enjoy your quarantine and enjoy the free time off. You deserve it. You all deserve it.
Thank you so much for joining us. Joining us, we'll be back after this message. Hey, this is John This is me trying to remember my name. This is John Ordover, host of the last talk show on Earth. As you know, we make a specialty of focusing on the problems the entertainment industry is having during this lockdown. But there's a whole entertainment industry that is overlooked in times like this, taken for granted. And that's the sex worker industry. So we're going to bring to you one of New York's top escorts. She's asked us to disguise her name, so we're calling her Sally X. Sally X, would you come out, please?
What's up, bitches? Not what you expected, huh? What's up, bitches? I'm not what you expected, huh?
Well, what can I say? I can see why you bring in the big bucks. But listen, tell me, how is it possible to like do what you do with guys from 6 feet away?
So I had to invest in about a 7-foot long whip. And I mean, it's only a very certain clientele who likes that type of work. You look like a type, actually. It's not your thing?
I'm going to say I'm flattered because, you know, I always like to be singled out for my unique tastes. But it must really be cutting into your income. How are you and the other girls like you coping with this situation? How are you paying your bills?
Not well, John. Not well. Half my clientele is over 65. They're all coughing or dead by now.
Okay. Well, that. So what are you doing to make money? How are you still connecting with your clients?
Gift cards are one thing.
Right, the gift cards.
When they buy them now, it works whether they die or not.
Now, I think I have one of your gift cards right here.
Lovely, John.
What would I get for this one? Oh, that's horrible. That's terrible. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I guess I'll see you at 8. You know, I think I'm gonna close the show now just to give myself a little more time with Sally X. Sally X here. So good night. We'll see you on the next episode.